Today we have a very special guest, agency owner, top producer, and works in the Latino market and in the English market, but is doing some really, really big things in the Spanish market right now. We're going to talk about Jose's success from beginning to now and what he has planned in the future. Now, Jose has one of the most interesting stories and that I've ever really heard of in the insurance business, and one of the best success stories. It's really, really interesting, really intriguing. So those of you that are watching, watch the whole video from beginning to end, because we're going to talk about his story and everything that he has planned for the future. Okay. So Jose, hey man, thanks for coming on. And let's talk about your journey, man, from the beginning and what you got going on right now.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby, for this opportunity, and thank you for all the people that are watching this video. Yeah, my name is Jose Rexirena. I came from Puerto Rico 5 years ago, in 2017. My family and me, we lost everything in a hurricane in Puerto Rico, and then we moved here to Florida, and with no money, no job, no family, and I started from zero, and I discovered this industry in my first years, and you can see the results in only 5 years.
Yep. Awesome, man. So you moved here from Puerto Rico, you said 5 years ago?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. And at that time you said you only knew Spanish. You didn't know English or anything at all, right? So
No.
you had no plans in getting your insurance license. Like, how did that happen?
Well, when we lost everything in 2017 and with the hurricane, I had my own business in Puerto Rico. I was helping companies to do business with Walmart. But when I had this situation, I decided to move my family to Florida. But I never had a plan B. Never thought that be an employee in the United States. I had my idea to start my own business, and I decided to take the risk. And we moved from a big house close to the beach in Puerto Rico to a tiny apartment, 2 bedrooms, close to the airport, with no money, no experience, no job. But I discovered in internet this industry. Then I spoke with someone here in Florida that explained me the process. Well, you have to take a course, you have to take the exam, get your license, and if you go and help people, well, you can make all this money. Really? I think I can do that. Then I moved here, and I had no car. Then I had I bought this old car, only $2,000, and then I started working 7 days a week, knocking doors, because remember I was new here for
Mm-hmm.
no friends, and working hard 7 days a week, 80 hours per week, focusing in my dream, and with hard work. Then I was improving every day. Then I discovered that if I start working with customers in Spanish and English, I can have more opportunities. Then I decided to take the risk and start investing in leads and calling them, booking appointments, learning. It was not easy, but this is an amazing industry. Anyone can do this.
Yeah. I mean, it's really just all about activity
Hmm.
and having a clear vision. And I think a lot of times, maybe when we get our license or agents get their license, nobody really has a clear vision. It's just like someone said, "Oh, you have to have leads. You need to know how to do your underwriting and book appointments or sell over the phone." It's like, okay, well, how do I do that exactly? Like, how do I get leads without spending $20 to $30 per lead? How do I get the volume? How do I do, these processes over the phone or face to face, whatever you're doing, right? There's not ever really a clear vision. So when you got your license, were you guided on maybe how to purchase leads? Were they expensive? Do you feel like at the beginning you were kind of spinning your wheels and working 80 hours a week and not really making any money at the end of the month? Did you
Mhm.
have any situations like that
Yeah.
to where you overcame those?
Yeah, sure. When I get my license and I have all this training of the products, well, I was an expert, and I was a specialist in products, but with no clients. Then the manager that I had on that time say, "Hey, the only thing you have to do, go to the bakery, and leave your business card, start to talk to people, or you know what, you know that avenue." Start doing a door knocking all day, and maybe you can sell something daily.
Wow.
That was the old school. That was the old school. But one day I received a call from a person that I consider my mentor, and he explained me about the leads. He said, "Leads? What is a lead?" Well, when someone send you your name, the address, phone number, date of birth, hobby, whatever. Really? And I can buy that? Yes. Eh, how much I can? Whatever you want. Really? Okay. Then I discover the leads. I start having more activity, but I was spending a lot of money. I was spending a lot of money. I started with 500, then 800, 1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per week,
Per week. Yep. Yep.
per week, and yeah, I start improving, having more activity, be more effective in the home. But I was spending 3,000. I was making 10,000, $14,000 per week, but I was working 80 hours in the field. Say,
Mhm.
hey, there's something. There should be something more effective that be 80 hours in the field. And I was making about 30 appointments. 30 appointments. I had 6 no shows. I had 24 appointments. I sat with 24 and I sold to 12. Say, well,
Yep.
I was spending about 75% of my time driving
Yep.
from one appointment to other appointment. But that's the way that I learned, and now I continue learning because this industry is changing every day.
Right. And I think, you know, your story from the beginning, that's very similar to mine, right? You know, you knew you had to get leads, but you were spending 2 to 3 thousand a week. That's exactly what I was doing, driving around everywhere. And even though, you know, I was writing business, and after a month or so, you know, it kind of starts to snowball and snowball. It just, I woke up and I'm like, wow, you know, I feel like I'm back in the car business when I was young, selling cars, you know, pounding pavement, you know, from 9 to 9 every day. And I was like, you know, there has to be another way.
Mhm.
So when did you get into telesales? Because what
Mhm.
what made this happen to me to get into telesales is I was generating my own leads, and I was
Mhm.
getting hundreds of leads, like however many leads I wanted, and for a very low cost, right? And one day I was out in the field and I was getting no showed and I was driving everywhere. And I was like, man, I have hundreds of leads just sitting at home right now. And I said, I am never going to come out in the field again. I'm going home right now. It was probably sometime around noon. And I said, I am going to stay on the phone until I write as many policies I can until tonight. I went home, I picked up my cell phone, I dialed through my leads at that time through a Google Sheet,
Mhm.
and I was sparking conversations, activity. I was getting into quotes. Some people would hang up, and that's fine. It doesn't matter if you have hundreds of leads. All we want to do is give presentations and learn our numbers so we can close, you know, per presentation. So that day I went home and I closed 7 policies over the phone, you
Mhm.
know, and that was from like 12 or 1 o'clock all the way to about 7 or 8 o'clock that night. Some of them were back to back to back. Some of them I had to get through more calls. And at the end of that day, with whatever amount of premium that I wrote and the amount of policies and what I got accomplished, I told myself I will never go out in the field ever again, especially if you're generating leads for, you know, $5 and under and not
Mhm.
buying them for $25 to $30 a piece, because you're spending so much money and you don't have the volume. It can't really work if you're doing things that way, you know? So
Mhm.
like what was it exactly that's where you said, you know what, I'm transitioning over telesales? Was it around
Mhm.
when the pandemic happened and things were kind of taking a turn?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let me share with you my long story short. Um, I was starting in the business. In the business, I started investing in leads. I was in the field. I was totally focused in my personal production, and I was investing about $100,000 a year in in leads, and yeah, I was making good money. In my second year, I was the first Latino Hall of Fame, $400,000 personal production, and yeah, I was having a transformation of my mindset, more focused, understanding this business, and understanding how I can build a big organization. Yeah, because yeah, you can sell $10,000 per week, but it's impossible that you can sell $100,000 per week if you are driving 75% of your time. Very difficult, very difficult. Then I started trying to find new ways, learning new system, investing in trainings, because it was something that was new for me, and I was learning. Then I decided to start building my agency. If you want to start your agency, it's impossible that you can be 80 hours in the field and have time to help your agents. I say, you know what? I have to change my strategy. I need to learn how to do my business from a cell phone, from Zoom, to have more time to help my agents. The time that I was driving is the time that I'm using now to help my agents. Then I started investing in generating my own leads. But you know, Bobby, is a process. It's a learning curve at the beginning. It's a different process, because when you are working with telesales, you have at least minimum, I think maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds to connect with the person. Mm-hmm. That means that you need a lot of practice. Yeah. Practice. Then I discovered that, and yeah, I think that a year ago I started to changing my strategy. It's a process. You can go from 100% in the home to 100% to telesales. No, it's a process that you have to be learning, and improving every day.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing with telesales is it's a gradual process. You improve every day. And in this business, whether, telesales or face-to-face, really, I like to highlight on telesales, you can go from hero to zero from one day to the next. You can write 4 or 5 policies one day over the phone. The next day you can completely strike out, right? But if you learn your numbers weekly, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. Some of them are going to all be average. At the end of the week, you should know exactly about how many leads you're going to get, or how many leads you need, how many presentations you're going to give, and how many apps you're going to write per presentation given. So you can wake up Sunday, you can know exactly what is going to happen that week. And if you want to scale it up, say, okay, I just need more leads. You scale it up. If you want to work a little bit less that week, scale it down. But you need to, what I preach to everybody is really learning your numbers, having a thorough tracker that tracks everything for you. That way you can literally know exactly what's going to happen. But it goes back to the main thing of this. If you're buying $20 to $30, $40 leads, a lot of this can't even happen. You can't even start because you don't have the volume, and you don't have enough leads. You don't have enough at bats that you need, So so about a year ago, you got into the telesales game, you started transitioning your whole business, and it's a learning curve and things like that, right? And you start getting into the whole generating your leads thing. Now, at that time, I don't think you had maybe the success that you're having now generating your own leads. It kind of introduced that world to you. But I think you went through a very expensive program, got a $7,000 program, and where you go through 6 weeks to 2 months worth of trainings and all sorts of fluff. And then 2 months later, you look up and you're like, man, I don't even remember what the first video was about. And then I have to connect all these different programs together. And then I have to test and all this, what I'm talking about, all sorts of stuff, right? those programs are out there. You see the guys on YouTube, Facebook ads, 5, 7, 10, $15,000 programs, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I show agents how to generate leads, I try to make it super affordable. I do not think there's anyone in the insurance business that has helped anyone generate as many leads as I have, because my programs are such more lower cost. So I can help more agents, and more agents get results,
Mm-hmm.
so it's kind of a win-win situation. So we connected, I don't know, maybe a couple months back or so.
Yep.
And we started, I did a done for you system for you to start generating your own leads in the English market, a certain
Yes.
industry and things like that. And right off the bat, you started having success, you know. Then we start kind of talking a little bit more, and you're like, you know what, I'm really trying to grow this thing in the Spanish market. That's your niche industry. You have your own trainings, in generating leads. That this is just your thing. I think you're really, there's been pioneers, I think, in the Spanish market, in the insurance industry,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody's gonna taking it to the level where you're doing, and going to take it even further is what you're gonna do, man.
Yep.
So right now, we set up campaigns for you to generate leads in the Spanish market, and you're getting leads for $3, $4 on some campaigns $6 to $7. And now you're not only helping yourself with leads or your $1 million a month agency that you built, but now you're able to offer these leads to all the Spanish agents in the Spanish market.
Mm-hmm.
Now, getting in the insurance business is hard in itself, but if you're Latino and you get in the insurance business, it's 10 times harder, because
Yes.
the barrier is just 10
That's a
times harder
lot.
to get through,
Mm-hmm.
because there's not many mentors in the English market, let alone the Spanish market. You get your
Mm-hmm.
license, there's no vision and nobody that can help you at all. And, so that market is wide open for you, because just your savviness and you're willing to help, and all the tools now that you have. I mean, the sky's the limit for you and anybody you connect with.
Yeah, Bobby, you're right. You was telling my story, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me share with you this. When I discovered this about the leads, that you can generate your own leads, and I'm invested, because I don't say that I spent. I invest in my business. I invest in all the time, and I invest. I remember maybe 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. I don't remember. This training of 2 months, I was learning every day, and after 2 months taking the training, it was impossible for me to create a campaign on Facebook, because you know that Facebook is changing the rules every day. Every day I was trying and trying and trying with no result. I was frustrated. Then I was doing some things in with Google, but I was obsessed to how to learn to generate my own leads on Facebook, because I know that there's a thousand of companies of vendor of leads that they sell the leads at $40, $30, but you know the cost of this. Then I I was on Facebook, and every day I was watching your post. Hey, this agent selling, this agent selling this. Hey, let me send a message to Bobby to learn what is the difference, what he's doing and what I'm doing now. Then I discovered that you have a very simple process. Okay,
Mhm.
you have a very simple system, very affordable, very easy. It's unique. And I remember that I say, hey, let's start with this campaign, okay, in English. You set up everything very simple. I think maybe 24 hours, I start receiving my leads. Boom, boom. Wow.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
remember, I came to this country, no English, okay? And I start calling all these people, and they're answering my phone calls. Hey, I'm interested. I was surprised. Okay. And I say, well, I came to this country, uh, first Latino, Hall of Fame. I was the only agent in Central Florida in that time. That means that I don't have training in Spanish. I don't have nothing. That's the reason that I created my YouTube channel. That is my main source of agents that join to my team, because I want to share everything to the Latino agents. Okay, the secret is there's no secret. The only thing you have to do is take action. That's it. That's it. Then we start. I think I contacted you maybe 4, 5, 6 months ago. Start with this campaign. I was very happy. I was doing the transition, and I say, you know what? Why I don't help Latino agents to get good leads at good price, and something that I can teach them. I want to teach them how they can do the same, okay, and have success, okay, because that's the reason that I'm growing, because I want to share everything to all the Latino agents. I don't care that is in my team or is in another team. I want to help the Latino agents. That's the reason that every day I receive phone calls from people that are watching my videos on YouTube, and people that are they're surprised, because I think that I'm the only person that in the videos I share my phone number. It's 407-346-5507. You can call me now. And is people is surprised I answered the phone call. Hey, I was thinking that was you're never gonna answer my phone calls. Yeah, I call everybody and I share everything. That's the reason that they want to join to my team. And I want to teach the Latino agents first how they can generate their own leads using your system. It's very simple, it's very affordable. I can guarantee that they're going to save a lot of time and money. Two, I want to share with them how they can build their business, their organization. I will share everything with you, and I'm very happy with the relationship that we have, because you are sharing with me a lot of things that are new for me, and there's a lot of people out there they're looking for that information, because yeah, there's a lot of people on YouTube, on Facebook, that are selling these trainings of $10,000, $14,000. But remember, when I came to this country, I was broke. I don't have any chance to get that course of $14,000. But with you, it's very affordable, and you have an amazing strategy. You have a great vision about this business.
Right, right. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you kind of telling your story. Why this is so effective is because you were the agent that's getting in the business right now, that doesn't have any money or anything, just looking for a clear vision. That's why everybody gravitates to you, so much and so well, because you're giving everybody the clear vision, how to generate leads, how to sell effectively, everything that they need. So you talked about getting to 400,000 a year, your second year, right? After you kind of found your momentum and the vision and how to do things. That's a big deal to hit Hall of Fame your second year, especially at that time, because nowadays there's so many different lead sources and different things, to where a lot of agents are hitting Hall of Fame, whatever, like 350 a year or something like that. It's the
400,
Hall of Fame, 400 to hit Hall of Fame. But back
400.
then, that's a big deal. That is 10 times the amount of work as it is now.
Yeah,
And without the resources and things like that are available, especially also in the Latino market, and as being a Latino agent. So, I mean,
very difficult that time. And I remember when I started investing in leads, I was receiving only 20 leads per week, 20 leads. But with 20 leads, I was so focused, because remember, Bobby, when you lost everything like me, you have nothing to lose.
right.
The only thing I was doing was working 7 days a week. My wife, I have a son that is autistic. That means that my wife is taking care of my son. I have my other son with no family here in the United States. That means that the only thing that I was doing was working, 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 working. And that's the beautiful of this industry. If you work hard, you can get results.
Right.
And but I was working with only 20 leads, and at that time, with only 20 leads in Spanish, I was making $5,000 per week. Okay.
Yeah.
And when I get $400,000 was after I decided strategy. Okay, I have to do 1,200 appointments in a year. You know what? 1,000 people told me no. 1,000 a year, and I sold 246. But you know how many miles you have to drive to get 1,000 no's in a year?
Right.
It's a lot. Now a new agent, we can I can share with you. You can help them to generate their own leads, work from their home, have a lot of appointments every day, and have the same results that I had
Right.
4 years, 3 years ago. Okay,
Right.
it's different now. Now the agents have more opportunities on that. Doesn't matter if you're a Latino agent or you are an agent in the United States. Doesn't matter. It's the same. It's the same, and that's the reason that in this moment I'm helping agents and selling to them the leads, and I'm going to an additional step. When they order the leads, I have a team now that is booking the appointments. That means that the only thing that the agent have to do is call the lead and sell the policy. And you can see in my Facebook page, Jose Graxirena, you can see the pictures of the messages from the agent. Hey, first appointment, first sale. Wow, the person was a very, very a good attitude. And that's the reason that what you are doing, Bobby, is amazing, because this is the future. The telesales is the future. If you want to build a big business, a big agency, you have to be an expert in the telesales and share that knowledge with your people.
Right.
Because if they learn, they're gonna repeat the process.
Right. Right. It's amazing to hear you say that you wrote 400 thousand, you hit
400,000.
Hall of Fame, getting 20 leads a week. As an agent, I don't want to get less than 20 leads a day.
Yeah.
I need 100, at least 100 up to 200 leads a week. And I probably wouldn't call 40% of them, but at least I know they're there. It's better to have way too much than too little, right? And
Yeah.
that way, when you do get the no's and the hangups or anything like that, it doesn't matter. You do not even think about it.
Yeah.
Agents
Next.
nowadays,
Next.
you just keep going. Agents nowadays, it would be impossible to write 10,000 a week, 5 to 10,000 a week, low to high, with 20 leads a week, because
Yeah.
this is lots of scarcity in your mind, and the mindset does get so messed up. That's why mindset is a big deal. And next time we do a video, let's talk about mindset, because there's some agents that get the same exact leads as other agents and don't do anything with them.
Yeah.
Someone else gets that, if they look at it as gold, and makes 7 to 10,000 a week with the same exact leads, and it comes down to mindset, activity, and just pushing through. And you show that by you getting at that time 20 leads a week and hitting Hall of Fame, 400,000 a year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's no reason that if you are watching this video, you are a new agent. There's no reason that you can have success in this business, because you have a lot of opportunities, and people like Bobby can help you with the system, and you can have a lot of daily leads to work from your home.
yeah. So let's, before we wrap this up, let's touch on this a little bit. I set up your system generating your own leads, right? I didn't even know you were doing this here until I started seeing your posts. You took this to another level, and now you have fronters actually calling the leads, scheduling the appointment, or in agents, they don't have to do anything. They don't,
No.
they don't even have to generate their own leads or anything. They just sit there waiting for the appointment. An actual person actually talk to them, confirm that appointment, and said, "Hey, your appointment is on this date and time." You're giving those leads to the Spanish market, or
Yes.
getting them access to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you took this even a step further, and that's a big deal. That just shows your attitude, your consistency, and your hard work, and just innovation. That's now. Look what you did in the past few years. Just imagine 2 or 3 years from now. I mean, it's a big deal. The Spanish market is going to completely change, and there's going to be so much success associated with it, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
clear.
you built $1 million a month agency in the past, whatever, 3 or 4 years, right?
Mhm.
What does that look like on a day-to-day? Like, because you're not only an agency owner where you just kind of sit back and get on Zooms every day and just talk to your agents and things like
Yeah.
that. You were actually producing at a high level, week
Mhm.
in, week out, leading your team from the front, showing them exactly how it works, exactly what to do. On top of that, you're building a huge YouTube channel for the Spanish market and insurance industry, recruiting and doing things the right way, the correct way, right?
Mhm.
Now, what is your kind of your briefly like? What is your day to day look like with building $1 million a month agency, but still selling at a high level week in, week out?
Yeah. I want to lead with example. It's very difficult that a new agent can trust you if you are all day in the office, or you don't have the experience to run 30 appointments or make $10,000 per week or $400,000 a year. It's very difficult. But with my experience, I share with them the process. And today I have more time. Okay. For example, in the first time in the morning, 8 a.m., I have a Zoom call with my team, the Latino agents, because I want to help them. And I want, and every day I explain different areas of the business. Hey, you have to be consistent, you have to invest, you have to learn, you have to take risk, and every day. And after that, I answer all my emails. I have phone calls from my agents, and after 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'm focused in all the leads that I have. Okay, I take some leads for my personal production. I take other leads for my agents, and that I have an activity every 30 minutes all day. I have everything in my schedule, very structured. Okay, in this moment, and people are surprised. Hey, I have a big agency, top producer, but I'm still working as after day one, because I want to show the agents that this is a real business. This is not something that is magical. You have to work hard, but if you work hard, you can get the results. But some people think that, hey, I want to be an agent, and they have their first two no shows, the first chargebacks, and hey, this is not for me. No, if you have clear your vision, you have a goal, and you open your heart to help other agents, hey, you will have results. In this moment, this is my goal. I have this system. I have a complete solution for my agents. Okay, I can offer them a high contracts. I can help them to get leads, how to generate their own leads. I can teach them how to open a YouTube channel. I can help them to get contracts of the health industry, health insurance. That means I will offer complete solution, and I will share everything with you. You know how many people from other companies are calling me that they want to be part of my team, because it's marketing of attraction.
Mhm.
That's it. I'm sharing everything, and now my goal is focus in help a Latino agents. I want that the Latino agents be making $10,000 per week. That's my goal. $10,000 per week mindset. And believe me, when I was broke 5 years ago, totally broke, okay, the only difference between other agent and me was the mindset. That's it. Because that's the main focus in this business is mindset, and open open your brain to learn new things. I was talking on these days with one of my agents, and we have leads of all United States,
Mhm.
and he's saying, no, because hey, Jose, I'm only interested in leads from Texas. Why? Because I have experience in Texas. Hey, bro. It's the same script, a lead from Texas or a lead of California. And after that, he told me, you was right. I have to open my mind because that's the future, the tail of sales. You can have more volume. And if you are focusing the Latino market, and thank you, Bobby, for this opportunity. There's a lot of good Latino agents out there that they're not having the opportunity to have success. They need to receive this information that you are sharing with them, and let's start helping them. They can call me, and we can help them to have results. Nobody 100% guarantee nobody gonna share with them the information the way that I share my information with the people. Nobody.
100%, 100%. And I love that. And it's so genuine. So I think it's safe to say that if you were still driving around 80 hours a week, it would have been tough to create $1 million a month agency, how to sell, at a high volume over the phone and week in, week out, right? It's safe to say that. And also, anyone that's getting in the business, you need mentorship. You absolutely need mentorship, how to generate leads, how to sell, the processes, everything. Okay. You're going to see people on YouTube, Facebook, and all these different programs, and it's easy to get pulled in, right? A lot of that stuff is going to be out there. And take for example, Jose. He got into all this stuff, and and he's so savvy and just doing all the right things. And even he got pulled in spending 7,000, for these certain programs. And it's some information can be okay in there, but the program, it just takes too long. We want to get leads and sell, and let's go within a few days. So what we're doing now, we're going towards the future. Okay. Visit Jose on his Facebook, look him up on his YouTube channel, Jose Graxarina, and Instagram. Maybe if you have Instagram, Jose Graxarina. My new program is the www.digitalagentmastermind.com. Jose is also offering his leads that are being called and appointments being set for you in the Spanish market, for final expense, and also now for the ACA and Obamacare. We're getting that stuff going on the health side of things.
Yeah, in a couple of days we will have that leads.
In a couple of days. So with my mastermind, showing you how to generate leads, sell, systems, CRMs for free, all sorts of different things. Jose actually has his own program for Spanish agents, how to learn everything from A to Z, whether you're in his agency or not in his agency. What we're doing is combining these programs together and making it super affordable for agents, English agents, Spanish agents, Latinos, everything, right? So this is a big deal. This is the beginning of it, and it's going to grow and grow and grow, and we're going to add more and more and more within these programs. Okay. So if you're looking to connect with us both, visit the mastermind, www.digitalagentmastermind.com. You're going to see my programs, you're going to see Jose's programs, and you're going to see us on lives weekly. You're going to learn everything that you need from A to Z, whether you're new to the insurance industry on the life or health side, or if you've been in the industry and you're just in a slump and you don't know how to do any of this stuff, and you don't want to spend $5,000 to $10,000, and you don't want to spend weeks and weeks and months to learn how to do any of this stuff. We're going to show you how to do it. Very, very simple. All right. So www.digitalagentmastermind.com. Visit me on my Instagram, bobbyv.digitalagentconsulting.com, or Digital Agent Consulting. You can find me on Facebook on my personal page. And yeah, so I mean, if there's anything you kind of want to leave off here with Jose, I'm sure we're going to do lots of other videos in the future, maybe some trainings on YouTube and just different things, any kind of value we can give. But before we end this here, man, if you have anything else,
Well, my recommendation is for all the agents that are watching this video, don't overthink to take action, to be part of this. Okay. Don't overthink, because it's the easy way to get results. Easy. You don't have to spend 2 months taking trainings. You don't have to spend 2 months trying to learn how to create a campaign on Facebook. It's everything very simple, and the best part is affordable. because Bobby have a good strategy to give the opportunity to everybody. Doesn't matter if you are a new agent and you are in the surviving mode and you want to build. Okay, you can have the opportunity. And when I started in this business, I was totally broke. I had, and I remember when I received the message to invest in leads, and I had only $400,000, $500 in my credit card, only 500, and I decided to take the risk to invest in leads. That means that in this moment you are a new agent and you don't have money. Don't overthink, and try to find a way to be part of this, because I promise you that you will have results. I promise you, because I'm not special. I'm new in this, and the only thing that I'm doing is following all the recommendations from Bobby. Take advantage of that, and let's do it.
It's just about attitude and consistency, and just having a clear vision. And again, back to mentorship, man. I'm excited about everything you're doing. I think it's a great thing, everything that you're doing. I'm glad to have connected with you, and us kind of putting our these programs together as best as we can, and really just growing this thing and helping agents, from now into the future, right? So until next time, till we do another video, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Jose, for getting on, and everybody.